is finally soccer season time, you guys. Football as I know it to be true. This is the 2026 World Cup, and you guys, I had to go ahead and make a t-shirt, so I will be sharing all of those wonderful projects with you guys in this wonderful video. So go ahead and subscribe and make sure that you turn on your bell notification so that you are notified every time that we post a new video, you guys. So I am super excited that Haiti is in the World Cup, and I really wanted to make some wonderful t-shirts that would just express my love for the game of soccer or football if you're in Europe. But anyways, you guys, when I tell you I was super excited to go ahead and get started with these wonderful projects. So what I'm using here are a couple of regular t-shirts that I am going to turn into something a little bit more fun. So we have a ton of different techniques to do on these t-shirts. So make sure that you are paying attention to every single detail so that you guys can make these wonderful shirts for yourself. So please let me know in the comments down below what team you guys will be cheering on during the World Cup. I know for me, I'm really excited for Haiti to finally be in after 50 some years of not being able to be in the World Cup. We are finally qualified to be in the World Cup, and I'm really excited about that. So I am going to be doing a couple of t-shirts based on that, but go ahead and choose some colors that will fit your team and go ahead and make the same or similar patterns that I am utilizing here. So you guys do have a little bit of freedom to go ahead and customize this to whatever you would like. Okay, so as you guys can see, I do have some Gildan cotton soft t-shirts that I will be showing you guys a little bit more detail on how it looks. I'm using a large size for both t-shirts, and you guys will see exactly what type of projects we're going to go ahead and do to be able to have some of the wonderful t-shirts that you guys saw in the beginning. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and just say hello down in the comments down below, and I would love to chat with you guys and let me know if you have any questions. Let's go ahead and get started with our wonderful projects for the day. Of course, I can never keep anything simple. I decided to make 3 t-shirts for the World Cup viewing parties that we are going to be having at my house. So this is the Haitian t-shirt that I am going to make for Haiti, and I decided to take 2 Gildan t-shirts and I put them both together using these wonderful clips that you guys see before you here. They are sewing clips. Now, mind you, I don't really know a lot about sewing, so I'm going to tell you in the most simplistic terms that I use for myself what I am doing here. But basically, if you follow along, you should be able to see what I'm doing. I am going to cut out a pattern with this piece of chalk onto the shirt because I want to give it a sort of flowy zigzag pattern where I mix and match the shirts together. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut my shirts together and making sure that the pattern is the same. So one thing that I did do wrong here was that I did this with the t-shirts the right side facing each other, and if you're going to make a pattern like this, you definitely want to go ahead and do the wrong sides together. Okay, so I would put the shirts inside out and then cut this pattern, because this did give me a little bit of trouble when it came down to pinning everything together before sewing them together. So I am going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. If that doesn't make any sense, go ahead and slow down the video so that you can understand it. But basically, you just want to do this pattern using the inside out t-shirt method instead of doing it the right side the way that I did it. Okay, my mom quickly noticed that I did make this mistake, so she came over to help me out, and my mom is the highlight of this amazing project. She honestly helped me out with everything, with sewing everything down and making sure to add all of the wonderful details that I needed to add to this t-shirt. I was here more so for the design and stylistic aspect of everything and asking her what I needed to do to be able to accomplish this wonderful project. So thank you, Mom, so much for helping me out with this wonderful project. But you guys, let's continue on with taking care of everything we need to do. So basically, I am going to add the red t-shirt to the blue t-shirt, and you guys can see it kind of like bleeds into each other, and I absolutely love this pattern. I think that it turned out really amazing. So keep on watching and I will show you guys the amazing details that we were able to add to these wonderful t-shirts. As soon as we were able to troubleshoot the problem, we jumped right into pinning the rest of the t-shirts. And I also have to mention that my aunt was also here helping us out, hand sewing a couple of the t-shirts, and it was absolutely amazing. I think that this was part of the project that kind of felt just so, amazing. Just that community, being able to chat with my mom and my aunt during that time, spending that time together, doing the craft, and kind of allowing our brains to be distracted a little bit. And we just got into the flow of finishing up the project. Now we're gonna jump right into my mother on her sewing machine. She was able to go ahead and sew up all of the shirts for us, and she's also going to add a couple of other details that you guys should definitely see for yourself. I am so grateful to her for being able to sacrifice her time to help me out with this wonderful project. She was more than happy to do it. We are all super excited about the World Cup around here, so please let me know how you guys are spending this World Cup season. If you guys are also excited about some of the things that are taking place with the World Cup. I know that there are some disappointing topics, of course. It's never easy gathering the world together, but there are also wonderful things that we can be proud of. And so let's continue with the rest of the projects. Now, for the t-shirt, I wanted ruching on both sides of the shirt, and this is how my mom is doing it. She's taking the needle and she is just walking it down the center of this piece of fabric that she attached to the side of the shirt when she was able to measure how long she wanted the ruching to be. Now, if you really want an in-depth ruching tutorial, you can also search them up on YouTube as well, and they will show you how to do it. So if you guys just kind of follow along with what I was able to capture on my camera and see how to do it for yourself, then you guys can definitely go ahead and do this. I believe in you. For me, I am a DIYer, so I will figure out a way to do anything. So once she explained to me how she was able to build the channels to run down the side of the t-shirt, then I definitely could see how I could do this for myself next time. And so she hand sews it beforehand, and then she goes ahead and jumps on the machine and she sews down the sides, and you guys will be able to see that for yourself as well. So please let me know if you guys are enjoying this tutorial. We have a couple more projects coming up, and I am super excited to see them come to life. So for me, seeing the shirts come to life is just such a magical moment. Now comes the time for me to fangirl a little bit. I grabbed a regular yellow t-shirt and I am making a Brazil shirt, you guys. Now, this love for the Brazilian team goes way, way, way back to my childhood and watching the World Cup with my family. And I've always chosen the Brazilian team as our primary team. Now, we're not going to have a debate on who's better and who's not, okay? All I know is that my mom loved Brazil and my dad loved Argentina, okay? So it was sort of a split household, but in reality, we had fun watching the World Cup regardless. And it was just such a fun time to be able to do that. So what I did here was I grabbed a regular yellow t-shirt that I had. Now, it already had an imprint on it of another heat patch that I put on there, but I just wanted to DIY this t-shirt and kind of give it a handmade feel, and that is exactly what you guys saw here, okay? So I took a piece of the shirt and I cut out a circle, which was wonderful, and I painted it with regular acrylic paint to do the center of the Brazilian flag. Then I cut out the Brazilian flag with the rest of the fabric, and I am going to be gluing it down with fabric tape. Now, I forget what this adhesive is called, but it is a sort of heat adhesive tape. I think they call it hemming tape, if I'm not mistaken, but I should double check with my mom. But I will have everything linked down in the description box for you guys down below. But when I tell you, this is one of my favorite projects to work on. So while my mom was ruching the other two shirts, I was working on this one. And you guys, I'm telling you, this was one of my favorite shirts to make, okay? I do love Haiti, but it felt so just nostalgic to be able to make myself a Brazilian t-shirt. It's just such a nostalgic time for me to be able to do something like this. So as you guys can see, I am just laying down the fabric tape using my iron to add the strips to it, and then going over top of it with the heat and just patching everything together, you guys. The point of this is not for it to look perfect. I love that rugged look of it, so that is kind of why I decided to DIY this shirt as well. And it didn't matter that there was that other iron patch at the bottom. It does look like it's printing over top of it, but I didn't really care. I just wanted a cute Brazilian shirt that was handmade by me. So I absolutely loved it. So I think it turned out really well. And the next thing that I will be doing here is I'm going to also be adding some rhinestones to this. Okay, so I've been loving bedazzling. I've bedazzled a ton of other things on the channel. You guys should definitely go ahead and check it out for yourself if you haven't done so already. And yeah, so I'm adding some cute little rhinestones to this, and I'm just choosing which colors would I think would match perfectly with the Brazilian flag. You guys, I absolutely love this. So please let me know where you are watching this video from. I would love to know. I know that I've had a couple of people comment in previous videos that I've made that they are watching from Brazil, and yeah, so it's absolutely wonderful to see. And actually Haiti and Brazil will be playing each other in the World Cup, which will be super exciting to see. Okay, so I think that this is such an exciting time, and I'm really excited that this project gave me the opportunity to be able to express that love for the World Cup. Now, it is not a proper t-shirt if I don't add in some extra details. So I do love Adidas so much. So I really wanted to add that sporty look to this t-shirt. So I just cut out some strips from the green t-shirt that you guys saw previously, and I added some wonderful details. Now I'm still using the iron and that heat tape to be able to attach it to the t-shirt, and then I'm gonna go over to the sewing machine and just sew down the pieces that are on the sleeve. So you guys can go ahead and see what that looks like. And I just went ahead and added all of the details, made sure everything stuck together. And this is the final look of what everything turned out to look like. Okay, so I'm super proud of the t-shirts. My mom ended up adding the extra ruching detail. I think it looks super cute. I was super in love with everything. Okay, so I can't express my excitement enough. I'm just gonna let you guys see it for yourselves. Now, with the Haiti t-shirts, I am going to add some DTF prints on them as well. So we are going to be using my heat press machine here. If you guys are not familiar with my heat press machine, then you guys will be definitely seeing it here. I'm going to be adding some wonderful DTF prints to the t-shirt just to take it to the next level. All I have to do is power it on and it presses all of my images for me, okay? I also got some World Cup nails done as well. You guys, when I tell you I was super excited for this World Cup, and it is definitely showing. So let me go ahead and share a little bit of how I was able to create the DTF prints on my t-shirts. If you are new to the channel, then you must know that I love using this heat press machine. Now, this is something that I've highlighted on my page already. It is a playlist called Heat Press 101, and it gives you a full rundown of how to go ahead and press amazing, beautiful designs on your t-shirts. Okay, so I am using this technique called DTF prints, which are transfer images that are ready to press onto your shirt. So what you guys just saw me do was pre-press my t-shirt and then put down my image and making sure that everything is lined up perfectly exactly where I want it to be. I am pressing this at a temperature of, I believe, 310 degrees for 12 to 15 seconds on each t-shirt that I am doing, and I chose these images here. I do have a link for everything that you will need to be able to do something like this for yourself. I also have an amazing course that teaches you how to do heat presses, just a lot of different projects with your heat press machine, and it is absolutely wonderful. I will have everything linked in the description box down below for you guys, because that is just the person that I am. I love to help other people get started. This is just such an amazing craft that you can do. You can do amazing t-shirts like this to sell for the World Cup season. You can do amazing things to sell during Christmas and so many more. Okay, so now the reason why you see me peeling it is I am taking off that protective layer onto the image and then making sure that I do a final press to ensure that anytime you wash this t-shirt, these transfers will not come off, you guys. It is a guaranteed transfer safe method that you guys can go ahead and use. So I am telling you guys, this is absolutely wonderful. I'm glad I went with these images. They look absolutely stunning, and I was having a lot of fun with it. Again, I am pulling out my rhinestones to be able to add some wonderful sparkles to this t-shirt. So I think I was adding colors like red, blue, yellow, and a couple of other mix and match colors that I think will catch the sun perfectly and just give me that beautiful transfer. So I just kind of combined all of my crafting skills together and came up with these wonderful t-shirts. Okay, so now this is a passion project, you guys. So this is something that I'm already happy with how it turned out, regardless of what it turned out to look like. All I decided to do was turn on the camera so that maybe that will inspire a couple of you guys to be able to do your own projects just like this. Okay, so whether all you enjoyed doing was watching the entire process come to life, or you need this as an inspiration to be able to create your own products to sell, then let me be just that for you, and let Life with Lynn be the space that you can go ahead and do that. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, you guys. This is what the final looks of the shirts look like. Absolutely stunning. I am super proud of how they turned out. I know that I am saying a lot of words like stunning, amazing, and things like that, but really it is just to show you that when you create a craft using your own hands, you get to be so proud of it. So go ahead and watch the final looks of how all of the t-shirts came out to look like. Thank you for crafting with me. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any other time that I post here on the channel, and enjoy the look of these amazing and beautiful t-shirts. You guys are amazing, and I believe in you, and you can do anything that you put your mind to. So let's go ahead and watch the final looks of these amazing shirts.